Across the vast American landscape, modern highways cut through quiet forests where vibrant human settlements once flourished before vanishing completely. Weathered wooden signs now stand over empty fields that previously contained bustling main streets, general stores, and hundreds of family homes. Faded geographic maps printed a century ago display thriving railway towns that modern satellite imagery reveals have been entirely swallowed by nature. Some communities were drowned beneath artificial lakes, while others succumbed to toxic subterranean fires, economic collapse, or violent, unexplained corporate expulsions. Yet the most unsettling question remains surprisingly simple: how can thriving American towns completely disappear within a single generation? Our journey begins at number 10, located in the Sierra Nevada mountains where fortune seekers transformed dense forests into crowded gold rushes. Mormont Island once flourished with crowded wooden saloons, blacksmith shops, canvas tents, and hopeful miners chasing dreams of unimaginable wealth. Everything changed when engineers approved Folsom Dam, forcing residents to abandon family farms and familiar stone streets before rising waters arrived. One by one, historic buildings disappeared beneath Folsom Lake until an entire community rested silently below shimmering waves, hidden from view. During severe seasonal droughts, cracked stone walls, broken chimneys, and weathered foundations briefly emerged like ghosts from another century. Yet disappearing beneath a lake was only one way America erased entire communities from its rapidly changing landscape. For our 9th destination, we travel across the arid desert where endless sagebrush, towering red cliffs, and scorching heat surround a mystery. St. Thomas, Nevada, once stood beside fertile farmland, tall cottonwood trees, church steeples, and busy wagon routes before the geography changed. When Hoover Dam created Lake Mead, rising water slowly covered family homes, local businesses, pioneer cemeteries, and every familiar desert landmark. Today, falling lake levels occasionally reveal concrete foundations, rusted iron pipes, and dusty roadways waiting beneath the intense desert sun. But the story was only beginning, because the next community would vanish above ground while something far more dangerous burned below. Ranking at number 8, smoke rising from empty streets sounds like fiction, yet one Pennsylvania settlement has burned continuously for decades. Vintage photographs show Centralia thriving with brick storefronts, active coal mines, Victorian homes, and lively neighborhoods built upon rich geological strata. In 1962, a destructive landfill fire accidentally ignited subterranean coal deposits, creating an unstoppable underground inferno beneath the community. Toxic sulfurous gases escaped through deeply fractured highway pavement as dangerous sinkholes opened unexpectedly across abandoned residential lawns. Government buyout programs gradually relocated the population, leaving deserted brick chimneys, lonely sidewalks, and silent intersections completely behind. Today, dense green forests, warning barriers, and drifting steam conceal one of America's most haunting modern industrial ghost towns. Yet fire was not the only force capable of erasing a thriving community from the global map. Our 7th destination takes us deep into West Virginia's dramatic New River Gorge, where transportation hubs grew around massive steam locomotives. Thurman grew rapidly with busy freight depots, steel railway bridges, elegant brick hotels, and booming commerce built upon the mountainsides. Passenger trains crowded the platforms as telegraph operators, railroad engineers, and merchants filled the narrow mountain valley with economic life. When diesel locomotives replaced steam engines, the local businesses closed, rail traffic faded, and families quietly searched for better opportunities. Today, restored station buildings, rusting railroad tracks, and historic freight cars preserve an extraordinary chapter of early American transportation. But disappearing industries were only the beginning, because another community willingly sacrificed everything for a project considered vital for national defense. Arriving at number 6, deep within North Carolina's Smoky Mountains, a rural settlement rested peacefully among ancient hardwood forests. Judson contained wooden suspension bridges, rolling agricultural farmland, country schoolhouses, and close-knit families along the Little Tennessee River. During World War II, construction of Fontana Dam required residents to leave ancestral homes, fertile fields, and generations of memories behind. Rising water slowly transformed the quiet valley into Fontana Lake, where submerged roadbeds and hidden stone walls still rest in darkness. Yet historians soon uncovered something unexpected when reviewing another military community that vanished almost overnight during the global conflict. For our 5th destination, inside Missouri's rugged Ozark Hills, White City stood beside gravel roads, wooden churches, and quiet pastures. As the United States prepared for international warfare, vast tracts of private land were rapidly acquired to build a base. Heavy bulldozers replaced family farmhouses, military barracks replaced green pastures, and security fences replaced country lanes inside the restricted boundary. Although scattered pioneer cemeteries and faded photographs survive, everyday life in this Midwestern community ended abruptly without warning. Yet the next forgotten town wasn't erased by soldiers, deep reservoirs, or underground fire, but by the evolution of asphalt highways. Moving to number 4, on the Texas border, a settlement flourished with glowing neon motels, roadside diners, and busy gas stations. Glen Rio welcomed classic automobiles, vintage highway billboards, chrome cafes, and adventurous travelers following the legendary Route 66 across the Southwest. Everything changed when Interstate 40 completely bypassed the business district, diverting traffic away and draining the local economy within years. Today, weathered storefronts, rusting fuel pumps, abandoned motel rooms, and cracked sidewalks stand entirely frozen beneath the vast desert sky. Yet while some places faded because travelers stopped arriving, others disappeared when the natural resources that built them finally ran out. Ranking at number 3 on our countdown, high within Alaska's Wrangell Mountains, an isolated settlement emerged beside towering glaciers and rich copper deposits. Kennecott featured an enormous red concentration mill, narrow-gauge railroads, heavy steel machinery, miners' cottages, and snow-covered alpine peaks. After decades of extraction, profitable copper ore became completely exhausted, forcing industrial corporations to abandon the thriving mountain facility. Today, preserved industrial buildings, abandoned ore carts, and historic wilderness trails reveal an extraordinary chapter of early frontier operations. The greatest discovery had not yet been made clear until researchers looked toward the swampy bayous of the American South. Climbing to number 2, rotting wooden piers project out into muddy currents where a prosperous riverboat port was cut off. Rodney, Mississippi, suffered when a massive geographic shifting of the river channel transformed a bustling harbor into an isolated town. An old brick Presbyterian church still displays a stray iron cannonball embedded in its facade from a Civil War bombardment. Thick vines slowly consumed the ornate balconies of abandoned storefronts, proving how quickly environmental changes dictate human survival or destruction. The biggest mystery remained unanswered because the final town on our list holds a history marked by deep social tragedy. Securing the number 1 spot, northern Georgia's Oscarville thrived with family farms, yellow cotton fields, and localized schools during the 19th century. Following severe racially motivated violence and forced displacement in 1912, the community declined long before modern engineering interventions. Decades later, construction projects created Lake Lanier, covering the remaining structures, ancient tree stumps, and silent shorelines with water. Although modern folklore surrounds the lake, authentic historical documents confirm the disappearance is rooted in real events rather than myth. Every weathered foundation across America represents children who once played nearby and neighbors who believed their towns would endure forever. If you want to uncover more forbidden history and forgotten mysteries, subscribe to Arcanum Studio and join our next expedition.